Is this happening? Welcome back to Scratch Your Eyeballs.
Welcome back to Digibros. Hope you enjoyed the sweet, sweet sounds of me.
It's like a
screaming
lullaby.
like a yak. I did this place, right?
Yak.
That's where we ended. I came out. Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh man, my thing broke.
Well, you shouldn't have fucking hit the guy with it.
We're just, we're taking it easy. We're playing Breath of the Wild forever. It's just the rest of time, so we might as well accept
Breath of the Wild.
Might as well stop complaining about it.
Digibros, Digibros, Breath of the Wild, 1,000 years.
Yeah, 1,000 years Digibros, Breath of the Wild by the Digibros, forever. 1,000 years. Vic and Hope, Breath of the Wild forever, 1,000,000 times forever for 1,000 years.
For 1,000 years.
But anyways, might as well stop complaining about it, because we're in it for the long haul, boys.
Just like our relationship.
Yes, just like our relationship. Yeah, so you might as well not complain about it.
How are you?
Mind-numbing, it's amazing.
How you feeling tonight, Victor?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I was feeling pretty pumped until I turned this fucking game on and
yeah, you were just talking about
insanity.
how you felt like you could play the game and have fun and be comprehensible.
And
then,
clearly that has changed. Clearly that is 180'd. Anyways, no one's watching it, so we shouldn't commentate. You get the mixed opinions. Some people be like, "Oh, Victor talking about how his brain hurts is the best thing ever. It's like sex." And other people are like,
guys.
I don't watch this shit anyways, so I only know there's a game when you're
almost
talking
everybody
about
was
it.
like,
Yeah.
I don't watch this shit anyways.
Exactly.
So,
don't want to bring too much attention to it because nobody's actually watching it.
there they go.
Let's be creative and let's get this bat. We'll light it on fire. And then we'll
put
God
the
damn
fire
it, you can't
out.
run with the fire. We're gonna
talks,
light this bat on fire.
Victor talks about how he's not going to talk about the game because no one watches it, then talks about the game because no one's watching it. Oh, very nice.
I was trying to be creative.
Yeah, well,
and
you sure
the
did,
game.
pal. You got
there
it.
you go. Everyone who's not watching, we're not going to describe. We're not going to describe what happened. You got to rewind it.
Maybe Victor fell off a really tall cliff. Maybe he didn't. You'll never know.
We don't know. Anyways, I guess we'll start it off with comment response because it's on the tip of my brain. Now that we brought that up,
your brain tip.
Because people were, there were some people being like, "Wow, Victor's thoughts about how you're supposed to play this game in a very linear way is completely right and true, and it sounds super cool." Some people were like, "The way I play the game is it's my own experience, and I like to dick around and climb this mountain, and that's fun."
Like to find apples and shove them right up your ass.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you know what? For the sake of being contrarian, you guys are wrong. Get the fuck out of here. We don't need that shit.
There will be no opinions in the comments section of Digibros.
There is a perfect way to play this goddamn game. And that is, I don't know, because you know what? I'm playing the game now and I'm zoning out, and that's just how it goes.
Hey, you're not here for perfect gameplay.
Or perfect discussions. You're here for Victor's brain slowly slipping out of its shell and rotting.
Why are you here?
Self-deprecation, the podcast.
This is Schadenfreude, the discussion.
Schadenfreude!
Schadenfreude. There's your word of the day, kids.
Anyways.
Taking pleasure in other people's pain.
I think part of what I wanted to say about it that I didn't quite... What the fuck is that?
Is he sleeping? Is a bad guy and he's sleeping?
Yeah, it looked like a unicorn.
Yeah,
it
looked like a unicorn, but I think it's a sleepy boy.
It's a sleeping boy. Let's try to meme on him.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna go. Yep, there we go.
Damn it! It was just too far away.
Yeah, he was like, the fuck is this guy doing? Oh, nice!
Yeah, bitch!
Dude!
Wu-Tang Clan.
Damn! Wow, when did Victor get good at the game? Is he gonna immediately die?
Yeah.
Don't get used to it, guys.
Anyways.
Nice. You fucking Keys are just wrecking it.
Okay. So part of my reason for bringing up my theory of the perfect way to play the game
but that's just
is because
theory.
I'm trying to address some of the criticisms people have had of the game. So, like, if you already enjoyed the game your first time through playing it your own way, this doesn't quite apply to you. You know, my point about the level design and stuff. Because it's mostly a commentary directed at those who complain about the game for not having, like, dungeons and not having, like, sort of the traditional Zelda elements that could have been there that weren't there, you know? Like, the stuff people are used to. And this game tried to be really different. And so, it doesn't have cool dungeons. And it feels like it's missing, like, the meatiness that a Zelda game normally has. And the structure that sort of brings you to Zelda. And people have said it feels like a giant tech demo because you're just running around doing random shit with no rhyme or reason and no actual order to it. And so when you approach the game thinking of each country, like if you look at each region and think of it as a dungeon, and you go in from the beginning and you do everything there is to do sort of in order. You don't have to do it there's no like precise exact order to do things, but there's a general order that the game tries to steer you in. But if you approach it like that, then all of a sudden it stops going from feeling like random shit everywhere to feeling like there are dungeons in the game. And there's a structure to the old games. Like, there's a structure to Ocarina of Time where it's like, you do a dungeon, and then you go to the next place, you go to a town, you talk to the people, you do like a little mini quest, and then that leads you to another thing that ends up leading you to the dungeon. Like, you have to do all these things to get into the dungeon, and then you have the dungeon experience from there. And so this game has a similar approach where it's like, you go into a region, there's usually like a small town or something, and that leads you to sort of explore that area, and then you meet a guy, and then they... Like, it's got a similar structure in terms of a ramping progression in what you're doing in each region, ultimately leading to sort of a climax, you know? So it's like, that's the structure you miss out on if you go to the end of it first and do the most exciting thing first, and then kind of trickle your way back in, or you just kind of come in and out. You don't get any of the actual arcing progression of the stage that I think was well thought out and is there. And it's like, yeah, they allow you to approach it in your own way, but I do think you're missing out if you never play it like the linear way that you can play it. And I am just thoroughly doing random shit right now.
Victor, did you see the 10? Did you see all the fireflies over there? How many do you think there are?
I don't know, Hope, but my vagina cries when I see those fireflies.
I'm sorry, that's all I was thinking.
This faggot's voice, it gets me wet.
That's all I was thinking while you were doing that.
Maybe my true quest in this game should be to take pictures of every single item and monster.
God.
And firefly.
Every firefly. Every firefly is special.
I don't have the camera yet. God damn it. Should I explore the whole Hyrule Field? I'm not sure, like, the perfect order yet, because I think there is some novelty in, like, first exploring the field, because it's sort of the simplest area and it's the most open. But then, like, the game definitely directs you in, like, go to this objective first and, like, kind of find your way. So maybe I'll just go there first and stop fucking around too much. But Hyrule Field is kind of awkward, because there's no real spot in the game where it makes the most sense to explore that whole area. Because if you go there too late, you'll be way overpowered. Anywho, that's what I have to say about that. What is up with this game?
Wow.
Something about no structure at all. Because it's like, normally if you play Dark Souls and you go into the level, like, you will always be progressing forward, you know? Because there's a beginning and an end to every stage. So, like, I can go into it and I can drift off, and, like, me drifting off and just running around killing stuff will inevitably lead me to the end of the level. In this game, if I drift off and just start killing stuff, I'm only dicking around in one spot that has nothing to do with the rest of the world.
That is
like
true.
That little encampment over there, like, I could spend hours just going up this coast fighting all of the enemies, and it would get me nowhere. This is a great moment of the game where you talk to this guy. It just talks about, like, he's here trying to stop people from killing themselves by jumping off the bridge.
He's a good boy.
It's great. And he leads you. See, like, you talk to this guy. He points you in a direction, you know? He gives you a clear path of where you should be going.
Right.
You've got a giant landmark in the distance, and you can see a shrine up there. Like, you know, this is my first playground.
It's where you need to go.
Yeah. He points things out to you. He gives you a sense of direction. You know, they perfectly point you this way. You go through this encampment, you fight a bunch of guys, you go across this bridge, you talk to this guy, he shows you the way.
Show me the ancient
And, like,
Japanese
even if you go down this
spirit.
linear path, you know, there's stuff to do on the side. You can go kill those guys, you know. It still gives you little side challenges that if you go down here and you fight these guys, you can get an item, and, like, that item will help you or whatever. Fuck. Jesus.
And into
Oh,
the
God,
water.
savage.
Eat shit.
Eat shit and die. Alright.
Hey,
Get out of my
get
fucking
out of
way.
here.
Get the fuck up out my way, bitch. Ah.
Very nice.
Let's see. Weapons break off fast. Oh.
Hey!
Eat my shit. Alright, I gotta stop reacting to the... Maybe if I turn the game volume down a smidge, it'll be less distracting. I don't know.
I doubt it, but hey, yeah.
This game is too immersive! Too immersive!
We're too immersed in the world.
Anyways,
The
before we end up
lore.
spending 100 episodes just talking about how it's hard to do a Let's Play of this game.
Let's playing is hard.
Yeah, I talked about that stuff. You got anything to talk about? You got a first topic for us? Should I flounder some more? Should I fill a whole episode with wiggling? Because, like, the last session we only recorded 3 episodes.
Right.
So, like, having me do another floundering wiggle session is a little too soon. A little too redundant.
Alright. Well, I did hear an interesting story about something that's going on in our country right now that I was unaware of.
Oh, really?
Yes. Victor, are you aware there's an epidemic?
What kind of epidemic? I mean, there's a lot of epidemics.
Yeah, but are you aware of the epidemic of the cereal shitters?
Cereal shit? What?
Yes.
Shitters? Are
Yes.
they shitting in urinals or something?
No, Victor.
Are they shitting in cereal? Is that what makes them cereal shitters?
Yeah, they're shitting in your Frosted Flakes.
I mean, Frosted Flakes, I wouldn't be surprised if it made you shit.
No. Apparently,
Oh, boulders!
all across the United States, there has been an epidemic of joggers who
Oh, no.
they don't want to stop their run, so they will literally stop in the middle of their run, go into a person's lawn, drop their pants, and take a shit in their lawn. And I only heard about this.
No way that's fucking real, right?
I only heard about this because I was talking to one of my friends today, and a lady that she works with at the library mentioned that there is a woman.
That a jogger dropped trout and took a shit in her lawn.
No. Okay, listen. There is a lady. She even described the lady. It's this thin jogger lady who every day at the same time. So it started out that she was finding these huge piles of shit in her lawn.
Oh my
and she
God.
has a Yorkshire Terrier, which is
Yeah.
a tiny, tiny dog. So this tiny dog is not producing this huge shit. And
This
the neighbors,
human-sized shit.
the neighbors don't have big dogs. So there's no big dogs around that could be producing this shit. And so every day, this shit would reappear in her lawn. She'd pick it up and it would come back every fucking day.
God.
So she put cameras out and monitored the cameras. And it turns out that every day, at the same time, this jogger lady would run by, she would stop in her lawn, drop her
my
pants,
God.
take a shit, pull her pants back up, and keep jogging.
And she just decided it's this lady's lawn.
Yes.
It's like, fuck you, eat
she
shit.
literally was
I'm
just
gonna
like,
shit in your
I'm
lawn
gonna
every
shit
day.
in this lady's lawn.
Is the lady, like, evil?
I don't know, because I was just like, that's so fucking bizarre, that's so strange, like, and then she was telling me that apparently...
Was it an older woman shitting in the lawn?
I don't know how
Like,
old
for
this
some reason,
person
I
was.
imagine it's like a middle-aged person. Because
It probably is.
Middle-aged jogger type person, I can imagine them not giving a fuck about life
Yeah.
and just like shitting in someone's lawn and feeling completely justified doing it.
And this woman was going on about it, and my friend was like, there's no way, like, there's no way that this is a thing that's really happening.
Oh
And
my
so she started
God.
researching and looking up stories. And apparently it's true. There are these people all across the United States, and she was reading different stories about these serial shitters. There's a lady called the Mad Pooper.
The Mad Pooper!
And like, this is for real. Like, this is real. And the thing that fucking gets me about this
Is that there's people shitting in other people's lawns
no,
without any
it's
consideration?
not even that.
All right.
It's not even that. But because first of all, wait, the dumb thing is, why would you shit in the same person's lawn every day if you're gonna do this?
like-
Choose a different fucking lawn.
Yeah, at
shit
least
in
shit in a
different
different
people's
lawn.
lawns so you don't get caught. But the thing that really trips me out is that these people don't fucking wipe and they just go keep running.
They don't wipe!
There's just fucking they don't carry toilet paper.
They don't have like a little pack of wet, jogger wet wipes that they fucking run
the
through
fucking
it. They
lady
just,
that
who
was
can just
getting
drop trowel and
recorded.
take a shit and not wipe their ass? And they spread their cheeks real wide and
The lady who was
their
being
joggers.
recorded.
They're so healthy they just have all solid logs and no remnants at all.
Literally never wipe.
No!
She would just pick her shit pants back up and keep running.
Her
and it's like
sweaty,
just running with these
shit-filled
fucking
ass
shitty
crack.
ass cheeks. Are you kidding me? Are you just fucking
Imagine
animal?
the sweat in the shit running down
This
her
is
legs.
proof. This is proof that you are not human. You are literally just a fucking animal. You disgust
Oh my,
me.
there are some brain dead fucks in this world, huh?
But it's not even that. It's this it's a whole group of kinds of type of person doing
Joggers,
this.
man. Joggers are insane.
Fucking joggers shitting in people's lawns. Like, what the fuck is wrong with? What is wrong with you?
It's madness. Absolute chaos.
I can't fucking believe it.
That's
because
fascinating.
apparently there was I heard Brenda was telling me one of the stories that she looked up where apparently these kids were out playing in the yard, and like while they were out in the yard, a lady was jogging by and she stopped and just started taking a shit in their yard. So the kids went inside and they told their mom, like, mom, there's a lady pooping in our yard. And the mom was like, yeah, whatever, I don't fucking believe
These
you.
are the people who are gonna grow up to be like psychos walking around on the street begging for money. Like,
And she goes outside and like the lady is still shitting in her yard. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing? And the lady just kind of looks at her and goes, oh, sorry, and like finishes her shit.
what?
And then pulls her pants up and runs away.
Like, what?
What is
What
wrong
lack
with
of
you?
shame do you have to have? Like, you're not afraid of the police coming through and being like, what the fuck are you doing shitting in someone's lawn?
Speaking of litigation, apparently
I thought dog shitting in the lawn was a problem. That was
is.
already an effing
That is. There has been a lot of people who have, of course, spoken against this, but there is someone who has spoken in favor of the
Give me a
shitty-
fucking
of the
break.
mad poopers, saying it's their First Amendment right to do this.
What the?
It's their First Amendment right
They're
to
saying
shit
freedom
on your
of
lawn.
speech, right? That's the
Yes.
First Amendment, right?
Yes.
I'm not wrong.
Yes, that is the
Freedom
First
of
Amendment.
speech is being able to shit on someone's lawn.
That's what this man
That
thinks.
That is
Yes,
speech.
that
yes.
is what this man thinks. He thinks it's freedom of speech matter to be
Are
able
they
to
saying
shit
they're
on your
making a
lawn.
statement by shitting on someone's lawn?
I don't
At
know.
least have like a Dexter mentality about it. Only shit on the bad guy's lawn.
Yeah,
you know?
only
like,
shit on like the lawn of the person who like always parks in the inconvenient area and
Yeah.
keeps you from getting out of your driveway.
I could understand like
shit in
shitting on
his
someone's
lawn.
car, like if they're an asshole.
But don't don't just shit on
Jesus
some
fucking Christ.
poor hapless person's lawn. It's not
Oh
it's not
my
cool.
God, I
don't
love
do
it.
that. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Oh God.
I just thought that was really interesting. What the fuck is wrong with America? This is Trump's America.
Well, I think
We
our
got
show is
cereal.
finally qualified to be on like FM 99 though. you know?
Serial shitters.
I think we could be like two generic guys in the morning talking about people pooping in the yard.
What
Whoa!
are our DJ names though?
Well, I'm Scoops Magoo.
Yeah.
I'm DJ Scoops Magoo.
That's kind of a mouthful. But
DJ
we can
Scoops!
there we go. Yeah, we can shorten it to Scoops.
The Scoops Man
And then air horns play.
on FM 420. Bow, 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 bow. Oh, so good. That's our radio slogan.
Very nice. That's a good one. I approve of this.
Alright, it goes. Alright, so what's your name? So I can complete our thing. What's your radio
I was
name?
hoping you'd have something.
Oh, you want me to give you a radio name?
Yeah.
Well, you're a girl.
Yeah.
So I'll be nice and I won't make it the bitch.
I was
that's
expecting something
the
like that.
ideal girl radio name. So it's Scoops and the Bitch. Bow, 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 bow. Oh yeah. What did I say before? I didn't
You
say
said
oh
that's
yeah.
good or something like that.
Was it that's good shit?
No, it wasn't that's good shit. You didn't swear. You can't swear on the radio. Not on public access radio.
I see. Let me think. Now I gotta think of it again. Hold on. It was Scoops and the Bitch. I wanna love ya. Damn, that's good
You
shit.
can't say shit on the radio.
Doesn't matter. that's my radio catchphrase. Hope, this is serious radio, okay?
Oh, okay.
This is satellite radio. You pay
Nice.
top dollar for these curse words.
Nice.
This is like the HBO of radio, motherfucker.
It truly is. Man, wasn't Sirius Radio some fucking weird shit? People used to pay like $80 a month for
that
Sirius
still exists.
Radio.
They still send me mail like every fucking day.
Yeah, they do.
Because I had it for free in my
Wow,
car
fucking
when I
rip,
first
buddy.
got it. For like a year or some shit, and I never fucking used it because I have a fucking phone that you can put music on.
Yeah.
Why would I ever listen to the radio? Oh, you have a million more channels. Like I think my mom has Sirius Radio because they have like Octane and Ozzy's Boneyard, the metal channels, and it's like okay, so they still play shit music.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
Nice.
even that tier of radio is still too mainstream, you know?
It's a casual tier.
They don't even have good ass shows like Scoops and the Bitch. I wanna love ya. Damn, that's good shit. I hope that sounds as cool as I think it sounds.
I have no fucking
I hope
idea
it
what that's
sounds
gonna
amazing
sound
and
like
not
in
just like
post.
clipped out bullshit because we don't have
Definitely
auto,
gonna clip.
auto stuff
Sorry if
anymore.
you're wearing headphones.
I wanna love ya.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's Bob Marley. For those of you who don't know.
Oh, I see.
I
Is
guess
it
I
because
didn't
we're
add
420
FM
friendly?
420 somewhere in there. Scoops and the Bitch on FM 420. All right, we're playing Zelda.
The Mad Pooper.
Yeah, welcome back to Scoops and the Bitch.
Welcome back.
Does Scoops and the Bitch like overwrite Caprizi voice for this Let's Play? No! He got me.
He gotcha.
Shit.
Got him.
Maybe, you know, Mario we're Caprizi boys, and Zelda we're Scoops and the Bitch.
Yeah, that seems
because we're
right.
getting a little more retarded.
Yeah, we're not quite as classy as
A little
Caprizi
less
Boys.
classy.
Not for this show.
Is this a cursed game? I'm not sure.
Victor
I'll
drowned.
have to evaluate. Oh, shit. Boom.
Nice.
You got another thing? Is there
I
another
just
thing to
provided
talk
us
about?
with a primo is about shit, dude.
What
Are
time
you
are we
kidding
at?
me?
Is this an episode? It feels like it's been a couple minutes. I truly make no progress in this game for each episode.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I did not underestimate how long it would take to get anywhere.
I didn't start the timer exactly on time, so I think
Okay.
we're probably at like 20-ish minutes.
20-ish minutes?
Something like that.
Alright, we'll get to the top of this tower and then we'll be done. But I won't get into a big topic.
Okay, that sounds good.
How do you feel about the radio? Did you listen to a lot of the radio as a kid?
Yeah, I did. I had to listen to a lot of the radio, because I was constantly in the fucking car, because we had a 30-minute drive to and from school, and I was always driving. Well, I wasn't driving, but, you know, I had to, go to sports games and stuff that were, 45 minutes to an hour away. So there was a lot of radio listening.
Oh shit, no, I rested.
Oops.
I forgot you could even do that. Alright, I'm sorry. Continue.
You rested too good.
Yeah. Let's do a bit of the radio. Yeah?
Yeah, so
You-
there was a lot of radio
You were a
listening.
sports boy.
I was a sports boy. I didn't really like the radio, but as a consequence of that, I can sing basically any, like, late 90s, early 2000s song in existence. So, there's that.
It's weird that there's just those normies out there who just listen to the radio. Like, it trips me out.
That's the shit my mom does.
It's
I can't
disturbing.
do it.
Like,
It
that
drives
there are
me
people
insane.
who listen to the radio. There's one guy working on the movie, and one of the grips is like, this guy is a pretty, like, you know, burly dude with a beard, and he's, like, definitely probably was a stoner, you know, in high school and college, and is, like, the epitome of, like, what you expect by a big guy with a beard who's a grip. Like, you know, he does a hard-working job with his hands kind of dude, and, like, you know, metalhead and stuff. And this is a guy who would legitimately get excited. Like, there was one day where we were rapping out at, like, 7 in the morning or something, and he was like, man, now when I drive home, I'm already gonna have missed, like, you know, the morning show on the radio with Mike and Bob or whoever the fuck. You know?
Are they still around?
And he was like, man, I listen to that like every morning. And I'm like, this is the guy who actually listens to the idiots in the morning on the radio.
Listens to the
like,
fucking shitty ass talk shows.
In the world of billions of fucking podcasts at this point, you're still listening to fucking radio talk shows. God.
I can't even imagine, because I hated it as a kid. Like, even as a kid, talk shows were completely intolerable to me.
The callers always suck. Something, like, having to listen to the radio, like, the whole time I was working on this film, because I was driving this stupid van, and I couldn't figure out, I didn't have any good CDs to listen to, like, sometimes the talk shows would be on, and it's the only thing on besides ads, so you give it a shot, and, like, the weird thing that I've noticed with these local talk shows here is that it's, like, they really force the military stuff. Like, every 5 minutes they'll be like, you know, thanks to our military listeners. Oh, yeah, we've got a military guy calling in. Thanks to our troops. Support the troops! And I'm like, this is morning retard Mike and Bob show, and, like, they won't stop talking about supporting the troops. Like, what the fuck is happening
propaganda
right now? Like, do only fucking right-wing people listen to the radio now? And
Probably,
so, like, that's their whole audience is, like, military people? It's very strange.
Victor, I'll bring the girls, you bring the beer, and the
troops will bring the freedom! We got the map! Look
Rip.
at that. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So, like, you can kind of go through here. See, the ideal way to go through this is, like, you go through here, you do some stuff here, you go to the Kakariko village, and then they lead you over here, and you do a bunch of stuff, and then you can come back and go down this way, and go down through here, and do all that stuff, and then you go up and you go this way, and go to Zora Place, and do all that stuff. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun game, guys. We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna take a while.
In case you guys forgot, it's gonna take a while.
Gonna take a while. Anyways, we're flying on to the next shrine. Oh yeah, that's it for this episode, because, we did that thing. Unless we want to keep talking about the radio. I mean,
what do you think about the radio, Victor?
I wanna love ya!
Oh, okay. Very nice.
I don't know. I distracted myself too much, and I don't know. I feel like we made some good fun out of it, and
the radio is shit.
yeah, the radio sucks.
The
Everyone
radio
knows
is a
it.
dead meme. It needs to die along with cable TV.
Everyone hates it. Everyone understands. We all get the point. Next time on DigiBros.
Kill me.
Yeah, we'll probably kill ourselves because we're playing Zelda. And it's quite the experience.